Beautiful opportunity today with Cafaro Family Vineyard, singular, because this is where it all comes from. So I want to ask you a little bit about where we are from a location standpoint in Napa Valley, and then draw it specifically to exactly where we're standing.
Well, we're just on the east side of the Silverado Trail and just south of the Stags Leap appellation. If you, hopefully you know where Stags Leap appellation. In fact, my northern property line is the southern boundary for Stags Leap.
All right.
So it's one of the cooler areas of Napa, not as cool as Carneros, of course, but pretty cool.
And it's world-renowned for producing basically Bordeaux varietals.
Cabernet, Merlot, Petit Verdot, yes.
And you've had this property for how long?
Since 1996 we planted it, and so it makes it 18 years old.
But you've been in the wine business for a lot longer than that. So why do they get into the wine business, and what drives you to produce the wines you produce, because they're incredible?
Well, I mean, everyone has their own story on how and why they started, but I think everyone that I know in the wine business is simply passionate about wine. They love the combination of wine and food and people, and that they're giving to the enjoyment of that relationship of food, wine, and people. And I think that's one of the reasons that I've stayed in the business as long as I have, is basically the people.
And the passion that comes with it, and how wine brings them together. And
yes.
So what is your favorite part about the industry today? Because you've evolved a lot from making wine yourself 100% to now a lot of selling your grapes to other wineries. And tell me about the shift there.
Well, that has to do with age and the change in priorities. I've always enjoyed your first question about what I enjoy the most about the wine business is the making of the wines. That part has always been my favorite part. What I was trained in. I've enjoyed that part over the years. It's evolved that as I've gotten older, there's other priorities in life that I'd like to explore a little bit, and I think that change is always good in life. So I continue making a little bit of wine. Now I'm selling some grapes. It makes sort of a financial sense that way, and I get to do the things that I really enjoy doing, both making wine and exploring the world.
I was just going to say, so you kind of have your hands in both of your favorite passions, travel and still making wine.
Exactly.
So, and the wines that you continue to make, what is your style and what are you after, and from a philosophical standpoint?
I think it's based on how I'm making wines that I enjoy drinking. And that's wines that have, I call it sort of a combination of elegance, balance, structure that complements food, that goes with almost any meal. Certainly I'm making Bordeaux varieties, Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, and everybody would think immediately that that's red wine, red meat.
Right.
But with balance and elegance in the wines, you can actually spread out and go with lots of different dishes.
And I know this is our second foray with you, and giving back in philanthropy is pretty important. So,
yes.
Tell me how that resonates with you, and why Cellar Angels is a good fit.
And it seems to be a natural fit because, again, wine, food, and people.
Right.
And so it's a great way to bring people in to what's going on in a need, wherever it might be.
Really enjoyed our time today with Joe Cafaro. And as you can see, it's an exceptional property producing amazing wines. Do yourself a favor and grab some. Thank you so much for all your support.